3D printing, a concept that appears to have been adopted straight out of science fiction movies. 3D printers can create everything from small toys to intricate parts for industrial-grade machines. But just how do these machines work? First, let's define what 3D printing is. Also known as additive manufacturing, 3D printing is a process that creates three-dimensional objects by building them layer by layer from a digital model. This technology has revolutionized industries from manufacturing to healthcare, enabling rapid prototyping and custom fabrication. The 3D printing process begins with a digital design. Using computer-aided design software, a designer creates a virtual 3D model of the object that they want to print. This 3D model is then sliced into thin 2D layers using a slicing software. Each layer represents a cross-sectional slice of the final object. From this, a set of instructions that the machine can carry out when printing each layer are then generated. These include the movements that the machine has to carry out and speed at which it can do this. After the machine receives these instructions, it constructs the 3D object by adding material, layer by layer. Here are the main components of a 3D printer. Print bed, the surface on which the object is built. Extruder, the part that feeds the printing material into the printer and melts it. It also houses the hot end of the printer. Hot end. This is the heated nozzle that deposits the melted material during printing of the model. Stepper motors. These are motors that precisely control the movement of the extruder and the print bed. Control board. This is the brain of the printer, responsible for coordinating the movements and functions. The printing process itself can be broken down into several key steps. Firstly, the filament, usually made of plastic, is loaded into the extruder. Then the extruder heats up to the melting point of the filament material. When this has been achieved, the printer begins at the bottom layer, depositing melted filament through the hot end onto the print bed. The extruder moves in precise paths, guided by code generated from the sliced 3D model. Once the first layer is complete, the print bed lowers slightly and the printer starts on the next layer. That means in the model discussed here, the print bed can only move up and down, while the extruder can move in the two horizontal dimensions. Other 3D printers may have these movements arranged differently. This process is repeated until the entire object is built. In reality, there are several types of 3D printing technologies, each using different methods and materials. Once the printing is complete, the object often requires some further processing. This can include removing support structures, sanding, or applying additional treatments to improve strength or appearance. Depending on the material and the complexity of the design, post-processing can vary significantly. That's it for how 3D printing works. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.